Welcome to the Lantern Webcast. I'm Mallory Trelevin. Our top news for this week is Woodfest, a series of campus parties on Woodruff Avenue that drew the attention of Columbus police. Let's go to Lantern reporter Sarah Steeman for more.
Well, Mallory, I'm standing on Woodruff Avenue where 2 Ohio State students and 1 other man were arrested early Sunday morning after Columbus police officers cleared the area with pepper spray. Police charged the 3 men with assaulting a police officer. They arrested the men after they had thrown bottles and cans at the officers. The 2 OSU students are Matthew Coleman, a 19-year-old biology major, and Brian Witt, a 21-year-old majoring in civil engineering. 21-year-old Michael Shivik attends Columbus State Community College and lives on 4th Street right off of Ohio State's campus. Columbus police say the 3 sustained minor injuries while trying to evade officers. Now, close to 1,000 students were gathered here for a block party that began on Saturday afternoon and lasted until early Sunday morning. OSU students are now calling that party Woodfest 11. Officers patrolled the scene for hours, but only started clearing the streets around midnight when things started getting out of hand. Police attempted to clear the streets with pepper spray after several bottles were thrown at officers and patrolling cars. Columbus police reports that 3 officers sustained minor injuries from the event. Eyewitnesses say the situation seemed under control at first, but quickly got out of hand.
Initially, I thought it seemed fun. I wasn't an attendee. I was at work that night, and so I left to go to work, and it was pretty calm and chill, and people were just porch drinking and stuff. But then I came back from work at 11:30, and I don't really know why it got out of control or what initially happened. I just saw the actual aftermath of the police, tear gassing the whole block, so.
Some say police officers warned students before using the pepper spray, while others say that no warning was given. Make sure to stay tuned into the Lantern for up-to-date information about Woodfest and its aftermath at thelantern.com. Reporting for the Lantern, I'm Sarah Steeman.
Thanks, Sarah. Lantern reporter Amanda Cahoon gives us some insight to the changes in the tuition payment schedule with the semester switch.
Next summer could be cruel and expensive for many OSU students. The transition to semesters will shorten summer by about 4 weeks. Some students say losing that month means less time to save during their summer jobs. The following summer's under semesters will not be as short. Semesters will also bring higher upfront costs. Bills will be divided into 2 payments instead of the 3 payments under the quarter system. Financial aid officials say loans, grants, and other aid will reflect the change. Students will owe more money at once, but tuition will be consistent under either academic calendar. I'm Amanda Cahoon, reporting for The Lantern.
Thanks, Amanda. Ohio State has been equally affected by the rising gas prices. Lantern reporter Ann Sheik has the story.
Ohio State Transportation and Parking Services is definitely feeling the pinch as gas prices continue to hover around $4 a gallon. Transportation and Parking is responsible for fueling and operating campus area buses. The OSU fleet consumed about 298,000 gallons of the gasoline ethanol mixture in 2010. Also last year, the buses consumed more than 298,000 gallons of biodiesel. Cab's buses alone consumed more than 215,000 gallons of biodiesel. These figures come from what's pumped at the OSU fueling station at 2578 Kenny Road. Assistant Director of Transportation and Parking Services, Nicole Hernandez, says the cost of fuel purchased has fluctuated in the recent years, but she says the university was already prepared for the rising fuel costs. Besides cabs, OSU partners with the Central Ohio Transit Authority. OSU students pay $9 a quarter and can ride city buses by showing their Buck IDs. For more information on this story, visit thelantern.com. I'm Ann Sheik.
Thanks, Ann. Now let's go to Lantern reporter Alex Capello, who is outside the Schottenstein Center for a look at sports.
Thanks, Mallory. With a big athletic program becomes even bigger expectations, and Ohio State athletics took home a ton of hardware this week. We'll start off with 1995 Heisman Trophy winner Eddie George, who was selected to be inducted into the NCAA College Football Hall of Fame after he set single-season records in rushing yards with 1,927 and also had 12 games with at least 100 rushing yards, highlighted by a game with 314 yards against Illinois in a 41-3 victory. Now to congratulate some Big Ten champions here at OSU, we have the rowing team, which won its third Big Ten championship, as well as the women's track team that won its outdoor track meet in the Big Ten Conference. Now the men's team, although it didn't win its outdoor track meet, it did have 5 individuals taking home titles. So as sports kind of wind down here, we'll look into the schedules for next season. The basketball team was announced that in the Big Ten ACC Challenge, it will face the Duke University Blue Devils November 29th here at the Schottenstein Center. And the soccer team has even bigger expectations, as it has to face 8 different teams that were in the NCAA tournament field, including top-ranked Akron and number 1 seed Louisville, which knocked Ohio State out of the tournament in the 3rd round this season. Now, not all wins come on the fields and courts, but they also come within the classroom, and 5 Ohio State teams were recognized for that this week. The baseball team, football team, men's gymnastics, and men's and women's track teams were all given public recognition awards by the NCAA for ranking in the top 10% in academic progress rates in their respective sports. Now, the big matchup for the weekend is the baseball team, which has a 2-day, 3-game series against Minnesota, capped off tonight at 7:05 p.m. for its Big Ten tournament lives. With a loss, it could be deadly, it could be a lower seed, even knock them out of the Big Ten tournament, but a win could be huge, and we will have all coverage this weekend.
Thanks, Alex. That's all we have this week. The world's longest barbecue is going on through Monday at 4 p.m. at the Wexner Plaza. Be sure to check it out. We will have a full event recap next week. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next Friday.